Question 1. What does this sign indicate to drivers? A. Vehicles must turn right. B. Entry prohibited for all vehicles. C. One-way road ahead. D. No parking allowed here. Answers is B. Entry prohibited for all vehicles. The no entry sign prohibits all vehicles from entering the road or area it guards, usually because traffic is moving in the opposite direction or for safety reasons. Question 2. What is the primary purpose of this road sign? A. Proceed with caution. B. Give way to traffic. C. Stop and give way. D. Slow down only. Answers is C. Stop and give way. The stop sign requires drivers to come to a complete halt before the stop line, or as close as possible to the intersection, and then give way to all traffic on the main road before proceeding safely. Question 3. Which action is required when you see this sign? A. Prepare for roadworks. B. Be alert for pedestrians crossing. C. Expect a sudden stop. D. Give way to cyclists. Answers is B. Be alert for pedestrians crossing. The pedestrian crossing warning sign indicates an upcoming pedestrian crossing. Drivers must be prepared to stop and give way to pedestrians who are crossing or about to cross the road. Question 4. What is the correct procedure for indicating a left turn at a roundabout in the A. Signal right upon approach. B. Signal left upon approach. C. Do not signal until exiting. D. Signal only when inside. Answers is B. Signal left upon approach. When approaching a roundabout and intending to turn left, you should signal left upon approach. You should then switch to a right signal as you pass the exit before your intended exit, indicating your departure. Question 5. When are you allowed to use the hard shoulder on a highway in the A. To overtake slow vehicles. B. To make a phone call. C. For or breakdowns only. D. During heavy traffic. Answers is C. For or breakdowns only. The hard shoulder is for emergency use only, such as vehicle breakdowns, medical, or when instructed by police. Driving on it for any other reason is illegal and dangerous. Question 6. What does this sign instruct drivers to do? A. Turn right ahead. B. Proceed straight ahead. C. Prepare to stop. D. No entry ahead. Answers is B. Proceed straight ahead. The proceed straight mandatory sign indicates that drivers must continue straight in the direction of the arrow. Turning left or right from this lane or intersection is prohibited. Question 7. What does this sign mean regarding turning movements? A. Must turn right. B. Allowed to turn right. C. No right turn. D. Turn right with caution. Answers is C. No right turn. The no right turn prohibitory sign strictly forbids vehicles from making a right turn at the intersection or junction where it is placed. Drivers must choose an alternative direction. Question 8. What does this warning sign indicate to drivers? A. Steep ascent. B. Road narrows. C. Uneven road ahead. D. Slippery surface. Answers is C. Uneven road ahead. The uneven road warning sign alerts drivers to a section of road with an irregular surface, such as bumps or dips. Drivers should reduce speed to maintain control and comfort. Question 9. What is the legal requirement for using in the A. Only for drivers, B. Only for front passengers, C. For all occupants at all times, D. Only on highways? Answers is C. For all occupants at all times. In the, it is mandatory for all vehicle occupants, both front and rear passengers, to wear at all times while the vehicle is in motion. This law significantly enhances safety. Question 10. When approaching a pedestrian crossing without traffic lights, what should you do? A. Speed up to pass quickly. B. Prepare to stop for pedestrians. C. Honk to warn pedestrians. D. Maintain current speed. Answers is B. Prepare to stop for pedestrians. Drivers must always be prepared to stop for pedestrians at crossings, whether marked or unmarked. Pedestrians always have the right of way at such crossings in the. Question 11. What does this sign indicate about the road ahead? A. Steep ascent, B. Steep descent, C. Tunnel ahead, D. Uneven road. Answers is B. Steep descent. The steep descent warning sign indicates a downward slope that requires careful driving. Drivers should select a lower gear and use engine braking to control speed and prevent brake fade. Question 12. What does this sign signify for vehicle movement? A. U-turn allowed, B. No U-turn, C. U-turn zone, D. Yield to U-turn traffic. Answers is B. No U-turn. The no prohibitory sign means that vehicles are forbidden from making a U-turn at the specific location where the sign is posted. Drivers must find an alternative route. Question 13. What does this sign indicate about the road condition? A. Road works ahead, B. Slippery road, C. Loose gravel, D. Uneven surface. Answers is B. Slippery road. The slippery road warning sign alerts drivers that the road surface may be slippery, especially when wet or in specific conditions. Drivers should reduce speed and avoid sudden movements. Question 14. When should you switch from high beam to low beam headlights? A. Only in heavy fog, B. When meeting or following another vehicle, C. Always on dark roads, D. When driving below 60 kilometers per hour. Answers is B. When meeting or following another vehicle. High beam headlights should be switched to low beam when approaching an oncoming vehicle or when following another vehicle closely to prevent dazzling other drivers and impairing their vision, which could lead to accidents. Question 15. What is the safe following distance rule in the A. 1 car length, B. 2 seconds rule, C. At least 2 seconds increased in bad conditions, D. 3 seconds rule? Answers is C. At least 2 seconds increased in bad conditions. The rule is a minimum guideline for safe following distance. In adverse weather, poor visibility, or when driving a heavier vehicle, this distance should be increased to ensure sufficient time to react and stop safely. Question 16. What is the meaning of this road sign? A. Dead end road, B. Roundabout ahead, C. No U-turn allowed, D. Mandatory stop. Answers is B. Roundabout ahead. The roundabout mandatory sign indicates that drivers are approaching a circular intersection and must proceed in the direction of the arrows, giving way to traffic already in the roundabout, unless otherwise marked. Question 17. What does this warning sign indicate? A. Playground nearby. B. Children likely to be present. C. School bus stop. D. Pedestrian crossing. Answers is B. Children likely to be present. The children warning sign is placed near schools, parks, or residential areas to alert drivers that children may suddenly run into the road. Drivers must reduce speed and exercise extreme caution. Question 18. What is prohibited by this road sign? A. No entry for vehicles. B. No overtaking. C. Speed limit 50. D. No parking. Answers is B. No overtaking. The no overtaking prohibitory sign means that drivers are not allowed to overtake other vehicles from this point onwards until the restriction is lifted by an end of no overtaking sign. Question 19. What does this sign indicate about vehicle types? A. Motorcycles only. B. No entry for motorcycles. C. Motorcycles must yield. D. Motorcycle parking. Answers is B. No entry for motorcycles. The no entry for motorcycles prohibitory sign indicates that motorcycles are not permitted to enter the road or area beyond the sign. This is usually due to safety reasons or specific road classifications. Question 20. What should you do if your vehicle breaks down on a highway in the A. Stay in the vehicle. B. Move to the hard shoulder, activate hazards. C. Try to fix it in the lane. D. Wait for help in the car. Answers is B. Move to the hard shoulder, activate hazards. If your vehicle breaks down, safely move it to the hard shoulder, activate hazard warning lights, and place a warning triangle behind the vehicle. All occupants should exit the vehicle and wait in a safe location away from traffic. Question 21. What is the maximum allowed speed by this sign? A. Minimum speed 50. B. Maximum speed 50 kilometers per hour. C. Recommended speed 50. D. Speed limit ends. Answers is B. Maximum speed 50. The maximum speed limit 50 prohibitory sign indicates that vehicles must not exceed a speed of 50 kilometers per hour. This limit applies until a new speed limit sign or an end of speed limit sign is encountered. Question 22. What does this sign signify regarding road priority? A. Give way to oncoming traffic. B. Stop ahead. C. You have priority on this road. D. End of priority road. Answers is C. You have priority on this road. The priority road sign indicates that traffic on this road has priority over traffic from side roads or junctions without specific priority signs. Drivers can proceed without stopping unless an obstruction exists. Question 23. What does this sign mean for turning at the intersection? A. No right turn. B. Turn right only. C. Right turn prohibited. D. Right turn optional. Answers is B. Turn right only. The turn right mandatory sign indicates that vehicles in this lane or at this junction must turn right. No other direction of travel, straight or left, is permitted. Question 24. What is the purpose of reflective road studs cat's eyes on roads? A. To slow down traffic. B. To improve visibility of lane markings. C. To generate electricity. D. To mark pedestrian crossings. Answers is B. To improve visibility of lane markings. Reflective road studs are crucial for enhancing visibility of lane markings, especially at night or in adverse weather conditions like fog or heavy rain, thereby guiding drivers and improving road safety. Question 25. When is it permissible to overtake on the right in the A. When traffic is moving slowly in lanes, B. Always if safe to do so, C. Only when the left lane is blocked, D. Never. Answers is A. When traffic is moving slowly in lanes. Overtaking on the right is generally discouraged. However, it is permissible when traffic in adjacent lanes is moving slowly or stationary, and you are in a lane that is legitimately moving faster. Question 26. What does this sign advise about the driving conditions? A. Strong headwinds, B. Strong side wind, C. Wind tunnel ahead, D. Air turbulence. Answers is B. Strong side wind. The side wind warning sign alerts drivers to an area where strong crosswinds may affect vehicle stability, especially for vehicles. Drivers should grip the steering wheel firmly and be prepared to correct their vehicle's path. Question 27. What does this sign prohibit? A. No parking, B. No stopping, C. No entry, D. No U-turn. Answers is B. No stopping. The no stopping prohibitory sign strictly prohibits any vehicle from stopping, even for a brief moment to pick up or drop off passengers, at the location where it is displayed. This is usually in areas where stopping would cause an obstruction or hazard. Question 28. What does this sign mean for the road ahead? A. Steep descent, B. Bridge ahead, C. Embankment or quayside, D. Uneven road. Answers is C. Embankment or quayside. The embankment or quayside ahead warning sign alerts drivers to a section of road that runs alongside a body of water or a steep drop-off. Drivers should exercise caution and maintain control to prevent veering off the road. Question 29. What should you do if you encounter a dust storm while driving? A. Turn on high beams, B. Slow down, turn on low beams and hazards, C. Stop on the road immediately, D. Increase speed to exit quickly. Answers is B. Slow down, turn on low beams and hazards. During a dust storm, visibility is severely. Reduce your speed, turn on your low beam headlights and hazard warning lights, and maintain a safe following distance. If visibility becomes zero, pull over safely away from the road. Question 30. Which lane should you use when driving on a multi-lane highway and not overtaking? A. The leftmost lane, B. The rightmost available lane, C. Any lane you prefer, D. The middle lane only. Answers is B. The rightmost available lane. In the, drivers should keep to the rightmost available lane unless overtaking or preparing to turn left. The leftmost lanes are generally reserved for overtaking or for traffic. Question 31. What does this sign denote for large vehicles? A. Goods vehicles only, B. No entry for goods vehicles, C. Goods vehicle parking, D. Goods vehicle loading zone. Answers is B. No entry for goods vehicles. The no entry for goods vehicles prohibitory sign restricts access for goods vehicles, trucks, etc. to the road or area beyond the sign. This might be due to weight limits or road suitability. Question 32. What is the meaning of this warning sign? A. Steep ascent, B. Hump or speed bump, C. Ahead, D. Uneven road. Answers is B. Hump or speed bump. The hump warning sign alerts drivers to the presence of a speed hump or bump in the road. Drivers should reduce their speed to cross it smoothly and prevent damage to their vehicle or discomfort to occupants. Question 33. What does this mandatory sign indicate? A. Pass obstacle on left, B. Pass obstacle on right, C. Either side permitted, D. Road closed ahead. Answers is B. Pass obstacle on right. The pass obstacle on the right mandatory sign instructs drivers to pass any obstruction or traffic island specifically on the right side. This ensures a clear and safe flow of traffic around the obstacle. Question 34. What should you do if a green traffic light turns amber? A. Accelerate to clear, B. Prepare to stop unless too close, C. Continue if safe, D. Immediately brake hard. Answers is B. Prepare to stop unless too close. An amber light means you should prepare to stop. Only proceed through the intersection if you are so close to the stop line when the light changes that stopping safely would require harsh braking or risk a collision. Question 35. How should you react to a driver flashing their high beams at you at night? A. Flash back immediately, B. Check your own headlights, dim them if on high beam, C. Speed up to get away, D. Ignore them. Answers is B. Check your own headlights, dim them if on high beam. If another driver flashes their high beams, they are usually indicating that your high beams are on and dazzling them. You should immediately check your headlights and switch to low beam if necessary. Question 36. What does the sign mean for driving speed? A. Maximum speed 50, B. Minimum speed 50 km per hour, C. Recommended speed 50, D. Speed limit ends. Answers is B. Minimum speed 50. The minimum speed limit 50 mandatory sign indicates that vehicles must not drive slower than 50 km per hour unless traffic conditions or safety require a lower speed. This helps maintain smooth traffic flow. Question 37. What does this sign indicate about the junction ahead? A. Roundabout ahead, B. Traffic light ahead, C. Pedestrian crossing ahead, D. Priority road. Answers is B. Traffic light ahead. The traffic light ahead warning sign alerts drivers to an upcoming intersection controlled by traffic lights. Drivers should prepare to slow down and stop if the lights change. Question 38. What does this sign mean for traffic flow in this lane? A. Turn left only, B. Proceed straight or turn right, C. Right turn only, D. No straight movement. Answers is B. Proceed straight or turn right. The proceed straight or right mandatory sign indicates that vehicles in this lane or at this point must either go straight or turn right. Turning left is not permitted. Question 39. What is the primary danger associated with driving in foggy conditions? A. Visibility, B. Increased tire grip, C. Engine overheating, D. Loss of power steering. Answers is A. Visibility. Fog severely reduces visibility, making it difficult to see other vehicles, road signs, and hazards. This increases the risk of collisions. emphasizing the need for slower speeds, fog lights, and increased following distances. Question 40. What should you do if you miss your exit on a highway? A. Reverse on the hard shoulder. B. Stop and wait for a gap. C. Continue to the next exit. D. Make a U-turn on the highway. Answers is C. Continue to the next exit. Never stop, reverse, or make a U-turn on a highway if you miss an exit. It is extremely dangerous and illegal. Safely continue to the next available exit and reroute from there. Question 41. What does this sign indicate about road priority? A. Give way to other traffic. B. You have priority. C. Stop sign ahead. D. No entry. Answers is A. Give way to other traffic. The give way sign means you must yield to traffic on the intersecting road. You should slow down and stop if necessary, to allow other vehicles to pass before proceeding safely. Question 42. What is the purpose of this sign regarding cyclists? A. Cyclists only allowed. B. Cyclists leaving or entering. C. No cycling zone. D. Cycle track ahead. Answers is B. Cyclists leaving or entering. The cyclist warning sign indicates an area where cyclists may be merging with or crossing the road. Drivers should be vigilant, reduce speed, and be prepared to give way to cyclists. Question 43. What does this sign mean for heavy goods vehicles? A. Trailers permitted. B. No vehicles with trailers. C. Trailer parking. D. Trailer lane ahead. Answers is B. No vehicles with trailers. The no entry for vehicles with trailer prohibitory sign forbids vehicles that are towing a trailer from entering the road or area beyond the sign. This is typically due to restrictions on vehicle length or maneuverability. Question 44. What is the correct way to adjust your mirrors before driving? A. Adjust after starting. B. Adjust before starting the engine. C. Adjust while driving. D. Only adjust the mirror. Answers is B. Adjust before starting the engine. It is crucial to adjust all mirrors and side mirrors before starting your journey. This ensures optimal visibility of your surroundings and reduces blind spots, enhancing safety. Question 45. Why is it important to check blind spots before changing lanes? A. To see vehicles not visible in mirrors. B. To check for pedestrians only. C. To avoid hitting curbs. D. It is optional if mirrors are set. Answers is A. To see vehicles not visible in mirrors. Cannot show every area around your vehicle, creating blind spots. A head check looking over your shoulder is essential to confirm no other vehicles are in these areas before changing lanes, preventing collisions. Question 46. What does this sign indicate about the road condition? A. Hump ahead. B. In the road. C. Slippery road. D. Uneven surface. Answers is B. In the road. The warning sign indicates that there are holes or depressions in the road surface. Drivers should reduce speed and proceed with caution to avoid damage to tires or suspension and maintain control of the vehicle. Question 47. What does this sign mean for road users? A. Two-way traffic. B. One-way road. C. No entry. D. U-turn permitted. Answers is B. One-way road. The one-way road information sign indicates that all traffic on the road moves in the same direction. Drivers should be aware of this for safe navigation and to avoid driving against traffic. Question 48. What does this sign indicate about turning options? A. Mandatory left turn. B. No left turn. C. Left turn only. D. Left turn with caution. Answers is B. No left turn. The no left turn prohibitory sign forbids drivers from making a left turn at the intersection or junction where it is displayed. Drivers must find an alternative route or direction. Question 49. What should you do when approaching a railway crossing with flashing red lights? A. Proceed if no train is visible. B. Stop immediately, even if no train is seen. C. Slow down and check for trains. D. Continue if the barrier is open. Answers is B. Stop immediately, even if no train is seen. Flashing red lights at a railway crossing always indicate that a train is approaching or present. You must stop immediately and wait until the lights stop flashing and it is safe to proceed. Question 50. What is the purpose of dynamic road signs electronic message boards? A. To display advertisements. B. To provide traffic information. C. To show speed limits only. D. To entertain drivers. Answers is B. To provide traffic information. Dynamic road signs, or variable message signs, are used to provide information to drivers about traffic conditions, accidents, road closures, diversions, and other critical alerts to improve safety and flow. Question 51. What does this sign indicate for drivers with trailers? A. Trailers allowed. B. Applies to vehicles with trailers. C. Trailer parking only. D. Trailers must turn. Answers is B. Applies to vehicles with trailers. The type of vehicle with trailer supplementary plate indicates that the main sign at E, G, a speed limit or no entry sign specifically applies to vehicles that are towing a trailer. Question 52. What does this sign warn about an upcoming junction? A. Major intersection. B. Junction with a minor road. C. Roundabout ahead. D. Traffic lights ahead. Answers is B. Junction with a minor road. The junction with a minor road warning sign indicates an upcoming intersection where a minor road joins the main road you are on. Drivers should be aware of potential entering or crossing traffic. Question 53. What action should drivers take when seeing the sign? A. Sound horn if needed. B. No sounding of horn. C. Use horn to alert. D. Horn use. Answers is B. No sounding of horn. The no sounding of horn prohibitory sign means that drivers are not permitted to use their vehicle's horn, except in situations where it is absolutely necessary to prevent an immediate danger. This is common near hospitals or residential areas. Question 54. When approaching a bus stop with a bus signaling to pull out, what should you do? A. Overtake if safe. B. Allow the bus to pull out safely. C. Speed up to pass before it moves. D. Honk to make it wait. Answers is B. Allow the bus to pull out safely. Drivers should show courtesy and caution around public transport. If a bus is signaling to pull out from a stop, you should slow down and, if necessary, stop to allow it to merge safely back into traffic. Question 55. What is the purpose of keeping your vehicle in good mechanical condition? A. To save on fuel only. B. To ensure safety and reliability. C. To improve vehicle appearance. D. To avoid minor repairs. Answers is B. To ensure safety and reliability. Regular maintenance and ensuring your vehicle is in good mechanical condition is paramount for road safety. It prevents breakdowns, ensures systems like brakes and steering work correctly, and maintains optimal performance. Question 56. What does this sign indicate about the end of a previous restriction? A. No overtaking starts. B. End of no overtaking restriction. C. Overtaking zone. D. Overtake with caution. Answers is B. End of no overtaking restriction. The end of no overtaking restriction sign indicates that the previous prohibition on overtaking has ended. Drivers may now overtake if it is safe and legal to do so, considering all other road conditions and rules. Question 57. What does this warning sign tell you about the road ahead? A. Steep ascent. B. Steep descent. C. Hump ahead. D. Uneven road. Answers is A. Steep ascent. The steep ascent warning sign alerts drivers to an upcoming uphill gradient. Drivers should select an appropriate gear to maintain power and speed and be mindful of vehicles that may be struggling. Question 58. What does this sign mean for priority at a narrow section? A. You have priority. B. Oncoming traffic has priority. C. Narrow bridge ahead. D. Two-way traffic. Answers is B. Oncoming traffic has priority. The priority over oncoming traffic is sign means you must give way to any oncoming traffic when entering a narrow section of road. It's often shown as a red arrow pointing up and a black arrow pointing down. Question 59. What is the recommended action if you feel drowsy while driving? A. Turn on loud music. B. Open windows for fresh air. C. Pull over safely and rest. D. Drink coffee and continue. Answers is C. Pull over safely and rest. Drowsy driving is as dangerous as drunk driving. If you feel sleepy, the only safe option is to pull over to a safe location, take a break, or even a short nap before resuming your journey. Coffee is a temporary fix. Question 60. When should you use your vehicle's indicator turn signal? A. Only when turning at junctions. B. Before changing lanes, turning, or merging. C. Only when there are other cars nearby. D. After starting the maneuver. Answers is B. Before changing lanes, turning, or merging. Should be used in advance of any change in direction or position, such as changing lanes, turning at an intersection, entering or exiting a roundabout, or merging into traffic, to inform other road users of your intentions. Question 61. What does this sign mean for animals? A. No animals allowed. B. Cattle crossing ahead. C. Animal park entrance. D. Pet shop ahead. Answers is B. Cattle crossing ahead. The cattle crossing warning sign alerts drivers to an area where farm animals, specifically cattle, may cross the road. Drivers should slow down, be prepared to stop, and give way to animals. Question 62. What does this sign indicate about the road surface? A. Ahead. B. Loose gravel or stone materials. C. Slippery when wet. D. Uneven road. Answers is B. Loose gravel or stone materials. The loose gravel warning sign indicates that there are loose stones or gravel on the road surface. Drivers should reduce speed to avoid skidding and to prevent throwing stones that could damage other vehicles. Question 63. What does this sign mean regarding turns? A. No left turn. B. Turn left only. C. Left turn prohibited. D. Left turn optional. Answers is B. Turn left only. The turn left mandatory sign indicates that vehicles in this lane or at this junction must turn left. No other direction of travel, straight or right, is permitted. Question 64. What is the importance of maintaining proper tire pressure? A. Safety, fuel efficiency, and tire longevity. B. Only affects tire appearance. C. Only for driving. D. Mainly for passenger comfort. Answers is A. Safety, fuel efficiency, and tire longevity. Correct tire pressure is vital for road safety as it impacts braking, steering, and stability. It also optimizes fuel consumption and extends the of your tires. Check pressure regularly. Question 65. What is the procedure for using hazard lights? A. For illegal parking. B. To warn of a hazard or breakdown. C. To thank other drivers. D. As a substitute for turn signals. Answers is B. To warn of a hazard or breakdown. Hazard lights should be used to warn other road users of a temporary obstruction, a breakdown, or a dangerous situation, e.g., stopping unexpectedly due to heavy fog. They are not for parking or general signaling. Question 66. What does this sign tell you about the road ahead? A. Bridge ahead. B. Tunnel ahead. C. Underpass. D. Low clearance. Answers is B. Tunnel ahead. The tunnel warning sign indicates an approaching tunnel. Drivers should turn on headlights, remove sunglasses, and be aware of potential changes in lighting and ventilation when entering and exiting. Question 67. What does this prohibitory sign signify for goods vehicles? A. Overtaking allowed for goods vehicles. B. No overtaking for goods vehicles. C. Goods vehicle lane. D. Goods vehicles must stop. Answers is B. No overtaking for goods vehicles. The No Overtaking for Goods Vehicles sign specifically prohibits goods vehicles from overtaking other vehicles in the section of road ahead. This is often to improve safety or traffic flow. Question 68. What does this sign mean for driving in a residential area? A. End of speed limit. B. Residential area living zone. C. Motorway ahead. D. No entry. Answers is B. Residential area living zone. The residential area living zone sign marks the beginning of an area where specific rules apply, such as lower speed limits, often 40, increased caution for pedestrians and children, and limited parking. Question 69. What is the primary risk of speeding? A. Increased fuel consumption. B. Reaction time and increased stopping distance. C. Tire wear. D. Engine damage. Answers is B. Reaction time and increased stopping distance. Speeding significantly reduces a driver's ability to react to hazards and increases the distance required to stop a vehicle, making collisions more likely and more severe. It's a major cause of accidents. Question 70. When is it illegal to make a U-turn in the A. At controlled intersections, B. When A no sign is present. C. Only on highways. D. Never. Answers is B. When A no sign is present. U-turns are generally permitted unless there is a specific no sign, or if it is unsafe, impedes traffic, or requires you to cross a continuous white line or double yellow lines. Question 71. What does this sign mean for parked vehicles? A. Parking zone. B. No parking. C. Parking on odd days only. D. Loading zone. Answers is B. No parking. The no parking prohibitory sign means that you are not allowed to park your vehicle at this location. You may, however, stop briefly to pick up or drop off passengers or goods, provided you do not cause an obstruction. Question 72. What does this sign indicate about the priority of traffic? A. Give way to oncoming traffic. B. Priority over oncoming traffic. C. Two-way traffic ahead. D. Narrow road ahead. Answers is B. Priority over oncoming traffic. The priority over oncoming traffic sign grants you priority when entering a narrow section of road, meaning oncoming vehicles must give way to you. It's typically a blue square with a white arrow pointing up and a red arrow pointing down. Question 73. What does this sign mean for the road layout? A. Speed limits by lane. B. Of movement in lanes. C. Lane ends ahead. D. Lane closure. Answers is B. Of movement in lanes. The of movement in lanes information sign indicates which directions of travel are permitted from each lane at an upcoming intersection or junction. Drivers should choose the correct lane well in advance. Question 74. What should you do if you see an ambulance or police vehicle with flashing lights and sirens? A. Continue driving normally. B. Pull over safely to the right and stop. C. Follow closely behind them. D. Speed up to clear their path. Answers is B. Pull over safely to the right and stop. Emergency vehicles with flashing lights and sirens always have priority. You must safely pull over to the right side of the road and stop, allowing them a clear and unobstructed path to pass. Question 75. What is tailgating and why is it dangerous? A. Driving too close reduces stopping distance. B. Following closely improves fuel economy. C. Driving slowly causes traffic jams. D. Overtaking another vehicle. Answers is A. Driving too close reduces stopping distance. Tailgating means driving too closely to the vehicle in front. It is extremely dangerous because it drastically reduces the time and distance available to react and stop safely, greatly increasing the risk of a collision. Question 76. What does this sign indicate about the road's condition? A. Road widens. B. Road narrows on both sides. C. One-way traffic. D. Merging lanes. Answers is B. Road narrows on both sides. The road narrows on both sides warning sign indicates that the carriageway ahead will become narrower from both the left and right sides. Drivers should prepare to adjust their position and be cautious of other traffic. Question 77. What does this sign inform you about the road ahead? A. End of highway. B. Motorway expressway begins. C. Road for motor vehicles only. D. Toll road ahead. Answers is B. Motorway expressway begins. The motorway expressway information sign indicates the beginning of a motorway where specific rules apply, such as higher speed limits, no pedestrians or slow-moving vehicles, and restricted stopping. Question 78. What does this sign restrict? A. Parking only. B. No entry for all vehicles. C. One-way traffic. D. Minimum speed limit. Answers is B. No entry for all vehicles. The no entry for all vehicles prohibitory sign indicates that all vehicles are prohibited from entering the road or area beyond the sign. This is commonly used for entrances to one-way streets from the wrong direction. Question 79. What is the correct procedure for indicating an exit from a roundabout? A. Signal upon entering. B. Do not signal. C. Signal right as you pass the exit before yours. D. Signal left to exit. Answers is C. Signal right as you pass the exit before yours. When exiting a roundabout, you should signal right after passing the exit immediately preceding your intended exit. This informs other drivers of your intention to leave the roundabout. Question 80. What should you do if you encounter an accident scene? A. Drive past quickly. B. Ensure safety, call emergency services. C. Take photos for social media. D. Help without ensuring your safety. Answers is B. Ensure safety, call emergency services. First, ensure your own safety and the safety of others by activating hazard lights and parking safely. Then, call emergency services e.g. 999 for in and provide clear information. Offer help only if trained and it's safe. Question 81. What does this sign mean for cyclists? A. No cycling. B. Cycle track. C. Shared path. D. Cyclists give way. Answers is B. Cycle track. The cycle track mandatory sign indicates a path or lane exclusively for bicycles. Cyclists must use this track, and other vehicles are generally prohibited from entering it. Question 82. What does this sign indicate about the road ahead? A. Curve to the left. B. Dangerous curve to the right. C. Series of curves. D. Straight road ahead. Answers is B. Dangerous curve to the right. The dangerous curve to the right warning sign indicates an upcoming sharp or dangerous bend in the road to the right. Drivers should reduce speed and be prepared for the turn to maintain control. Question 83. What is the meaning of this warning sign? A. Road closed. B. Road works ahead. C. Detour ahead. D. Slippery road. Answers is B. Road works ahead. The road works warning sign alerts drivers to construction or maintenance on the road ahead. Drivers should reduce speed, watch for workers and equipment, and follow any temporary traffic instructions. Question 84. What is defensive driving? A. Driving very slowly. B. Anticipating hazards and preparing. C. Aggressive driving techniques. D. Only reacting to dangers. Answers is B. Anticipating hazards and preparing. Defensive driving involves anticipating potential hazards by other road users or road conditions and taking proactive measures to avoid them. It emphasizes alertness, foresight, and preparedness to react safely. Question 85. What does a continuous white line in the middle of the road mean? A. Overtaking allowed. B. No overtaking or crossing. C. Lane change permitted. D. A hazard. Answers is B, no overtaking or crossing. A continuous white line indicates that you must not cross it to overtake or change lanes. It is often used in areas where visibility is restricted or passing is dangerous, such as near junctions or on bends. Question 86. What does this sign mean regarding parking? A. No parking on even days. B. No parking on days. C. Parking permitted. D. No stopping at any time. Answers is B, no parking on days. The no parking on days sign restricts parking on the calendar days of the month. This often alternates with parking restrictions on even days to facilitate street cleaning or traffic flow. Question 87. What does this sign warn about for larger animals? A. Domestic animals. B. Wild animals crossing. C. Farm animals. D. Zoo nearby. Answers is B, wild animals crossing. The wild warning sign alerts drivers to areas where wild animals may unexpectedly cross the road. Drivers should reduce speed, especially at dawn and dusk, and be prepared to stop suddenly. Question 88. What does this sign recommend for speed? A. Minimum speed 50. B. Recommended speed 50 km per hour. C. Maximum speed 50. D. Speed limit ends. Answers is B, recommended speed 50. The recommended speed 50 information sign suggests a safe and optimal speed for the given road conditions, which is 50 km per hour. It is not a mandatory limit, but a guideline for smooth driving. Question 89. What is the best way to handle a tire blowout while driving? A. Brake hard immediately. B. Hold steering firmly, ease off accelerator. C. Steer sharply into safe area. D. Shift to neutral and glide. Answers is B. Hold steering firmly, ease off accelerator. If a tire blows out, maintain a firm grip on the steering wheel, ease off the accelerator, and allow the vehicle to slow down gradually. Avoid sudden braking or sharp steering movements. Once speed is, steer to a safe location. Question 90. What is the purpose of a pedestrian bridge or underpass? A. To provide shelter. B. To allow pedestrians to cross safely. C. For aesthetic purposes. D. To create landmarks. Answers is B, to allow pedestrians to cross safely. Pedestrian bridges are designed to separate pedestrian traffic from vehicle traffic, providing a safe and efficient way for people to cross busy roads without interacting with vehicles, thereby reducing accident risks. Question 91. What does this sign mean regarding children? A. Children's playground. B. Overground pedestrian crossing ahead. C. School zone begins. D. No children allowed. Answers is B, overground pedestrian crossing ahead. The overground pedestrian crossing ahead sign indicates an upcoming overpass or footbridge designed for pedestrians to cross the road above the traffic. Drivers should be aware of pedestrians approaching the crossing. Question 92. What does this sign indicate about the junction ahead? A. Major road on right. B. Minor road adjoins on the right. C. No right turn. D. Roundabout ahead. Answers is B, minor road adjoins on the right. The minor road adjoins on the right warning sign alerts drivers to an upcoming junction where a minor road merges from the right. Drivers should be prepared for vehicles entering from that side. Question 93. What does this sign indicate about parking for specific days? A. No parking on days. B. No parking on odd days. C. Parking allowed daily. D. Parking restricted weekends. Answers is A. No parking on days. The No Parking on Days sign prohibits parking on even calendar days of the month. This rule is often used in conjunction with parking restrictions to manage parking and facilitate services. Question 94. What should you do if your vehicle starts to aquaplane hydroplane on a wet road? A. Brake hard. B. Steer sharply. C. Ease off accelerator, steer straight, avoid braking. D. Accelerate through the water. Answers is C. Ease off accelerator, steer straight, avoid braking. Aquaplaning means your tires lose contact with the road due to water. Ease off the accelerator gently, steer straight, and avoid sudden braking or steering until you regain traction. Never accelerate. Question 95. What is the primary function of car headlights? A. To decorate the car. B. To see and be seen. C. To save battery power. D. To signal other drivers. Answers is B. To see and be seen. Serve two critical functions. A. To illuminate the road ahead, allowing the driver to see clearly in low light or darkness, and equally importantly, A. To make the vehicle visible to other road users. Question 96. What does this sign mean for vehicle movement? A. Pass on right only. B. Pass on left only. C. Pass obstacle on either side. D. No passing. Answers is C. Pass obstacle on either side. The pass obstacle on either side mandatory sign indicates that drivers may pass an upcoming obstruction or traffic island on either the right or the left side, depending on which path is safer and clearer. Question 97. What does this sign indicate for pedestrians? A. No pedestrians. B. Pedestrian crossing ahead. C. Pedestrian zone. D. Walkway begins. Answers is B. Pedestrian crossing ahead. The pedestrian crossing ahead information sign indicates an upcoming marked pedestrian crossing. Drivers should slow down and be prepared to stop for pedestrians crossing or waiting to cross. Question 98. What does this sign prohibit for motor vehicles? A. Motor vehicles only. B. No entry for motor vehicles. C. Motor vehicle parking. D. Motor vehicle lane. Answers is B. No entry for motor vehicles. The No Entry for Motor Vehicles prohibitory sign restricts all motor vehicles from entering the road or area beyond the sign. This might be for pedestrian zones, specific access roads, or environmental reasons. Question 99. What is the primary purpose of lane markings on roads? A. To indicate parking spots. B. To guide drivers and separate traffic. C. To show speed limits. D. To provide aesthetic appeal. Answers is B. To guide drivers and separate traffic. Lane markings, such as solid or dashed lines, arrows, and symbols, are essential for guiding drivers, separating traffic streams, indicating allowed maneuvers, and enhancing overall road safety and organization. Question 100. When is it appropriate to use your vehicle's fog lights? A. During light rain. B. In heavy fog or severely visibility. C. At night on clear roads. D. As daytime running lights. Answers is B, in heavy fog or severely visibility. Fog lights should only be used in conditions of severely visibility, such as heavy fog, heavy rain, or dust storms. Using them in clear conditions can dazzle other drivers. They are designed to illuminate the road closer to the vehicle.